Welcome back to Grit on the Rocks, your go-to podcast, for a little cigar talk, some whiskey talk, some solid reflections on life. You know how it is. You know how we do on Friday Fumas edition. So light up your favorite stogie, grab a drink, because today we're diving into the inspiring story of one of my favorite cigar brands, favorite cigar companies, favorite cigars, right? We're going to be talking about Tabacalera Perdomo. I know he says it Perdomo, Perdomo, but yes, Tabacalera Perdomo. This isn't just a cigar company. It's a story of grit and one family's unwavering commitment to excellence. So stick around because we've got this week's cigar highlight, a reflection on a timeless quote to help you dominate life, and as always, a good mix of humor and inspiration to keep things lit. So let's get started.
This podcast is a Buenos Dias media production.
This is the Grit on the Rocks podcast, where raw conversations meet smooth sips. Pull up a chair, pour your favorite drink, puff on your favorite cigar, and join us as we dive into the convos that matter. No scripts, no barriers, just unfiltered truth served straight up. Cheers to the real ones out there. Salud.
Yes. So like I was saying, no, Perdomo did not sponsor this video. They're not sponsors, just in case. But as I said, Perdomo is one of my favorite cigar brands. It's one of those brands. Let me situate myself well here. It's one of those brands that, in my eyes, can do no wrong. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe there's something out there I haven't tried and it sucks. I don't know. But so far, I haven't found it. Everything I've tried, I've really enjoyed. It's one of those brands that you revisit over and over again. It's so far my favorite, and I know this is a favorite to many people, especially new smokers, but I still enjoy them. The 10th anniversary champagne cigar. It's a cigar that, I enjoy it with company, enjoy it by myself, enjoy it at a lounge, enjoy it outside. I usually use them to celebrate, but I found myself sometimes just when I want to do my cigar ritual, let's say, to just sit, me and my thoughts, is usually my go-to cigar. Not the one I always smoke, but it's usually my go-to. So yes, Tabacalera Perdomo, again, one of the brands that have a lot of my favorites. I do enjoy the 10th anniversary. I do enjoy the 20th anniversary. I do enjoy the bourbon barrel age, the 12-year age. Anyway. So today we'll be talking about Tabacalera Perdomo, right? Their struggles, how it started, where they're at now. We're going to discuss some of their lines within the brand. We have our Friday reflection, and we also have our cigar highlights of the week. So don't go away. Remember that you are listening to Grit on the Rocks podcast. This is a Friday Fumas edition. Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
The views and opinions expressed by the host, guest, and/or participants of this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Buenos Dias Media LLC, its associates, partners, and show sponsors. The content is intended for entertainment purposes and should not be construed as professional advice. Listener discretion is advised.
So let's jump right in, right? We're going to start off with the origins of Tabacalera Perdomo. Tabacalera Perdomo started with Nick Perdomo Sr., a Cuban exile who dreamed of keeping the spirit of Cuban cigar making alive back in Havana. Nick Sr. was a part of the Cuban cigar industry before the revolution flipped everything upside down, as we've heard before, many brands went through. When he moved to the U.S., he didn't let those dreams burn out, but instead, in 1992, the Perdomo family started a small operation out of their garage in Miami. I mean, Just imagine that for a second, right? You have a garage that instead of being full of junk, it's full of cigars. I don't know. It sounds like the perfect dream workspace to me. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. The Perdomos face every challenge you can think of. They face financial struggles. They also face competition from bigger brands, which we've seen that many brands, if not most brands, have had to battle this because there's always established brands and then the new guy comes in. People don't want to give it a chance. You know, you have competitors, bigger competitors that have more money in the budget, more money for marketing, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, these were one of them. At one point, they were one of the small brands. Now, obviously, they're much larger. So let's see. And they face also the pressure of carving out a space in an already crowded market. The turning point came when Nick Perdomo Jr. took the reins. And I saw, let me let you know, first of all, this is information I found online. It's not like I spoke to Nick Perdomo and he gave me all this information firsthand, but this is what I found. But I've also heard interviews and documentaries where Nick Perdomo says that his father said that he was an idiot for even trying to continue this cigar dream. But Nick Perdomo Jr., I mean, he did it. He took the reins. He had a vision of premium cigars at a fair price. And let me tell you, this guy's work ethic is unmatched. The Perdomos double down on quality, making every part of their production process exceptional. In the mid-1990s, they moved production to Nicaragua, which turned out to be a genius move. Their state-of-the-art factory in Esteli is now a benchmark for efficiency and innovation in the cigar world. Today, Tabacalera Perdomo is one of the few vertically integrated companies in the industry. They grow their own tobacco, age it in bourbon barrels, and control every aspect of production. That's why every Perdomo cigar you light up is consistent and full of flavor. Which again, I might sound a little biased, but yeah, so far every cigar that I've lit and smoked from the Perdomo brand have been very consistent and they have never failed me. You just haven't. So let's talk about the cigars themselves, because at the end of the day, that's why we're here, right? This is Friday Fumas edition, and this is our cigar talk. So Perdomo is known for their rich portfolio catering to every palate. The Perdomo Reserve 10th Anniversary Series, a smooth, flavorful, and always a crowd favorite. Right? They have the anniversary one, which is the Connecticut Shade, but they also have a Maduro one that I tried, and I'm not a big Maduro cigar smoker, but I gotta tell you, freaking great. They also have the Perdomo Lot 23, crafted with tobacco grown on a single farm. Talk about a personal touch. The Perdomo Habano Bourbon Barrel Aged, a masterpiece aged in bourbon barrels for added complexity. And of course, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary, a celebration of their legacy and a must-try for any aficionado. These lines show off everything Perdomo does best: consistency, craftsmanship, and complexity. But it's not only about just gaining, right? Perdomo's also, beyond making cigars, the Perdomo family is deeply involved in giving back. They've been instrumental in supporting local communities in Nicaragua, providing jobs, education, and healthcare. The commitment to people is just good PR. I mean, it isn't just good PR. It's a core part of their philosophy. When you smoke a Perdomo, you're not just enjoying a great cigar, you're supporting a brand that uplifts its workers and gives back to the community. That's what makes them stand out. So that's a brief, summary, not a biography, but it's a brief synopsis of what Perdomo. Obviously, there's more information out there, but I don't want to make the episode super mega long. But again, These are one of the brands I really stand behind. I believe in them and I do support them. I am a consumer. I am a customer, right? So, speaking of Perdomo, we've also included them in this week's cigar highlight. So before we do this week's cigar highlight, let's hear a word from one of our supporters.
Looking to connect with like-minded men who share your drive for success and passion for the finer things in life? Welcome to the Apex Gentlemen's Guild, a private members club for men who value ambition, camaraderie, giving back, and personal growth. For a limited time while we're fully remote, you can join the guild for free. Gain access to tons of motivational content, exclusive events, insightful discussions, and a network of high-performance individuals. Don't miss this chance to elevate your social circle. Request to join today at facebook.com/groups/Apex Gentlemen's Guild or give us a like at facebook.com/Apex Gentlemen's Guild. The Apex Gentlemen's Guild, excellence forged in unity.
So since we're talking about Perdomo, if I'm not mistaken, we spoke about this cigar once before, but I wanted to highlight it for this episode. Just like today's Friday reflection is also a quote we have spoken about before, but I feel like it tied so well with the Perdomo story that I decided to revisit it again. But first, let's start with this week's cigar highlight. This week is the Perdomo Habano Bourbon Barrel Aged Connecticut. This cigar features a Connecticut shade wrapper aged in bourbon barrels for 6 months, paired with Nicaraguan binder and filler. The flavor notes include smooth creaminess, hints of cedar, and just a touch of sweetness from the bourbon barrel aging. It's mild to medium bodied, perfect for beginners and seasoned smokers alike. You can pair it with your morning coffee, or if you like, you can also pair it with a bourbon neat, or if you like me, you can pair it with whiskey. I mean, it tastes great to me, right? So yeah, you will be in for a treat. I think that Perdomo knocked it out the park with this one. Again, it's one of my favorites. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about my favorite, but Perdomo as a whole, favorite brand so far, right? That can change. That can change as I'm trying more and more and more stuff. That can change. But so far, not yet. All right, so let's talk about this week's Friday reflection. This week's quote, which again, we have spoken about before, but I wanted to revisit it because I think it's such a powerful quote. And this one comes from Theodore Roosevelt when he said that do what you can with what you have where you are. I know it's simple, but it is powerful, right? Life isn't about waiting for perfect condition. It's about taking action with what you got. When we look at the Perdomo family, it's a perfect example of this. They started in a garage with limited resources, but they did it, right? They worked at it. And now they're a global icon in the cigar world. So for you guys listening, what's that one thing that has been holding you off, right? What have you been holding off on? Maybe it's starting a business, fixing a relationship, or even hitting the gym. Today, Teddy's advice is stop waiting, start doing. Success is built in trenches, not on the sidelines. So I think this wraps up this Friday's Friday Fumas edition. For the humble beginnings of Tabacalera Perdomo to their rise as one of the respected names in cigars, I hope their story inspired you to embrace your own journey. If you're enjoying the show, hit that subscribe button, like, and review. Share this episode with your cigar-loving friends. Light up, stay motivated as always. Keep the grit alive, people. So until next time, keep your spirits high, your cigars lit, your glasses full, and your conversations meaningful. This is Grit on the Rocks podcast, a Buenos Dias Media production. Until next time, my friends, cheers.